Hi, I am very excited today. Well, why? It's a new season, new toys, new JDM products, and of course products are also starting to hit every country's shore. You've seen for the past few months what the major Japanese manufacturers, the JDM brands, are about to release. We saw the photos, we saw the videos, we saw a lot of marketing hype, especially from Shimano, Daiwa, and they had a recent Japanese fishing trade show as well. So finally, the products are coming live, reel in the hand, finally. So the other thing I'm also very excited about is because I'm very much into big casting reels. Unfortunately, over the past 1 or 2 seasons, I haven't seen any significant or really very awesome offerings from the major Japanese JDM manufacturers and brands. But this time around, this is something that I'm really excited about because a couple of reasons. One, I've never owned a Ryoga before. There was the silver one. Since 2009, that was a long time ago, and back then it was a very hype up reel. In fact, I think a lot of people still love it very much. They still own it, and it still serves them very well. I heard it's a wonderful reel. So I didn't get to own that because by the time I wanted to get one, it was either very difficult to find or 2, it was very expensive from those people who were selling it. I've seen probably even in Japan websites where some people were selling it for more than 100,000 yen, and that's like, that's crazy. And I nearly committed to a Southeast Asian model that was released last year. Red and black, only available in Southeast Asia, with more drag power, up to 7 kgs. Eventually I didn't go for that as well because there were a few things about the specs that made me a bit apprehensive because I felt there was some mismatch of how that reel was actually done up with the SV spool, high power drag, short 80mm handle. It just didn't seem very, So anyway, I'm very excited now because this is the 2018 Ryoga, the 100 size. There's actually another size as well. There's a 150 size. I don't think that is out as yet because I've searched everywhere. No one seems to have it. So, well, we'll probably see it coming out slightly later. So I think Daiwa has definitely launched this first, and they're going to follow up with the other bigger model. The 150 is, of course, a slightly bigger bait caster itself. So, let's just start with the box first, before we actually do the unboxing. This is my first unboxing, so I'm a bit nervous as well. Anyway, there's a box. And on the back, hopefully you can see it. I got the 6.3:1. I got it only last night. Now the thing is, I jumped onto the bandwagon. Maybe it was an impulse buy, maybe I was just stupid. I did not get to hold the reel. I did not see the real reel before it came to me last night. I saw the photos, I did go through the websites, I read up on them, but I did not actually get the real thing until last night. So it was buy first, then talk later. So 6.3:1, there is a slower version. It's a 5.4, I think. Hang on, let me just check. Yes, the slightly slower reel is 5.4:1. They are both the same weight, 255 gram, up to 6 kilo drag, 67 cm for this model per turn. The other one is, let me see, hang on. The other one is 57 cm per turn, and both comes with 12 ball bearings. So line capacity the same. The bigger model, the 150 size that I mentioned, will of course eventually be able to hold more line, but I've not seen it. I only read about it, and that's a story for another day. So let's see what happens now. Cha-cha! I am so excited. I cheated a bit. I got the reel last night, like I said, and it's not a first unboxing for me. This is like something that I wanted to do up and share with people, because I suppose a lot of people are very interested to know how this wheel is, how it looks like, first impressions. Probably a lot of people haven't got it yet. Some people might be considering whether or not they want to buy it. So when I first opened up the box, there was a very interesting item that was included. Not sure if it came as a mistake, but it's actually a real foot protector. So what you do is, I'll show you in a bit, but anyway, let's put this aside first, yeah? Then next thing is some of the paperwork. This is the instruction manual, as usual in Japanese. It's very typical Daiwa. All of us familiar with buying Daiwa products in the recent years. The set of instructions are actually almost exactly the same, and it's all in Japanese. So, but anyway, those of us who use Daiwas, you probably be very familiar with this, and it's not a lot of difference from what you usually get. Next one, of course, the exploded view of the reel, all the different parts as well. So that's good for people who like to service their own reels. And hang on, let's just put this aside. This is, I think, the serial number of the reel in Japanese. Okay, so yeah, the words ID here. And of course, this is the local warranty card. So this reel is considered a Singapore warranty product. So 1 year, I suppose. Well, anyway. Okay, and comes with a pouch, a velvety feeling pouch. So yeah, I actually wish they'll give a pouch that well, it's like, you know, you can hold a big caster and stuff, but okay, I suppose this will do for now. And jang jang, the reel. Okay, let's put the box aside, and there you have it. This is the new 2018 Ryoga. I'm not sure if the video is actually doing it any justice, but the real reel, as I'm holding it, I'm looking at it, looks a lot better. Now, I don't have a silver Ryoga to actually show you or compare, but I'll try my best to just give you an overall feel. So the reel, it's a different animal. This is the black beast, so Ryoga. It feels very solid in the hand. It's very comfortable to hold. Actually, I put it on a rod already, and the feeling is just awesome. Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can put on a rod later. Put the reel on a rod later, and you can have a feel of it. But I don't have very big hands. My hands are just, I would say, average. I'm Asian, of course, so Asians are not supposed to have very big hands. So, but it feels very good in the hand. It's very comfortable, very palmable. This part here is very comfortable when I place my thumb there. And this other part here, you see the design? It's a slight edge, so that's comfortable as well if you want to rest your forefinger there. Sorry, I already spooled out with line, or I got the line spool before it came to me, so I'm not able to show you the spool itself. And those of you again who are very familiar, those guys with Ryogas, the previous generations, you should be very familiar with this. This is the cast control, so the magnetic cast control. But apparently this is on Mach Force Z. Why is it on Mach Force Z? I'm not sure, but it's supposedly supposed to work very well with this reel. No SV, no TW, T-wing system, as many people are aware. But one of the things is, well, and I've read this online as well, because the spool, if you notice the spool, the round big casters usually have narrow spools. So in order to put in a T-wing, you might not have enough to work with. Because with a narrow spool and a T-wing, it might not open up, and well, it may not work properly. Right? Now, what else on this side? Okay, so one of the things is the design supposedly is new. I don't have, like I said, the other Ryogas to compare. So, well, I'll just take it that it is new. So for those of you familiar with the older models or the variants, if you want to, please leave a comment. Maybe you can share some feedbacks about the differences in design. The way I see it is, I've seen the silvers and the reds, and it looks almost similar in a way. And one of the things that Daiwa is touting about this new Ryoga 2018 is about its directive rotation. Something about how it was designed as a round reel, and of course this being Daiwa's top flagship round reel. Well, whether it's marketing, I don't know. And well, I haven't put it on the water yet. I haven't gone casting with it since last night. So I hope to fill you guys in as we go along. Next thing, so the Japanese, the Daiwa Japan website actually states, and the pros testing it says that this reel is meant for cranking, a lot of cranking, to be used with crankbaits, deep divers, as well as spinnerbaits or baits or lures, if you want to call them, with high resistance. So that's another design element of it. It comes with what they call the hyper mesh gearing, and well, I tell you, when I got it yesterday night and when I first turned the handle, like what I'm doing now, this thing is super duper smooth. I'm like, this is really very, very smooth. You got to hold it in your hands and feel it, man. It's like the first crank, just crank it, and you can't feel anything. It's effortless. The gearing, the hyper mesh gearing, I think it's there. I mean, I've a lot of BC reels. I've got a lot of big casters, a lot of Shimanos as well. I've tried a lot of Shimanos with the micro module gear. I will show you. I actually have the Calcutta Conquest. You can see here. Alright, and this is also one of the smoothest round big casters, or big casters per se, that I have tried. And well, this right now, well, it's new, it's brand new, so maybe that's why. But those of us who have tried the Calcutta will know that this is one of, if not the smoothest reels around. It is very, very smooth as well. But then when I turn this, I tell you the difference. It's very obvious. The Calcutta with the micro module gearing, very, very smooth. Okay, no complaints. It is awesome. But once I turn this, it's another level altogether. It is, well, you just got to go and try it. If you have a chance, go to a nearby tackle shop, grab one on display, turn the handle, crank it. You get what I'm trying to say. It's really, really quite awesome. So okay, we'll come back to the Calcutta Conquest in a while. So what else? Let's see. The Japanese are okay. I just mentioned that. I keep saying that, but Japanese says that winding sensitivity is supposed to be extremely sensitive, extremely awesome. I do not contest that now. Just a dry turn. This is just turning it. I do not contest it. Again, out on the water, I don't know. Let's see when I go into the into the field and do some real casting. Good thing is with this reel, as compared to the previous Ryogas, is the length of the handle. This handle is 90 mm for once. Finally, we get a longer handle. Most JDM big casters, so far, those that I know of, so not the newest ones. I don't have like the latest generation reels for right now, but like this Steeds, the handle for this used to be 80 mm. You know, a bit too short for my liking. A lot of people don't like the short handles, so eventually a lot of us are always hoping for longer handles. And this time, yes, our wish is answered. 90 mm, good length. Probably can change it a bit longer as well to 100 mm. I don't know. I might do it down the road. Let's see. And well, again, for the Ryoga, a lot of the marketing text is talking about its power. Power is mentioned a lot of times when the people in Daiwa are promoting this reel. So the claim that it is very, very powerful is there. I'm not sure how true it is, but again, well, referring to what I said just now, they said that this reel is good for deep cranks, for spinner baits, for high resistant lures. So yeah, let's see. One other thing is, okay, again, in line with the recent Daiwa big casters, they have gone away with the cast control adjustments. The current Steeds range do not require you to do any cast control adjustments. It comes straight out of the box pre-tuned and you can cast with it. If you go to the Daiwa JDM site, it says that this, you do not tune it, you do not need to turn it anymore like the rest of the conventional big casters. You just need to rely on your magnetic brakes to adjust the cast, to reduce the backlash, to get distance when you cast. So this is what they call a zero adjuster. It's still there, right? It's still here. It's not like the Shimano Antares where it's already concealed within the body, but it's still there. I'm not sure if it serves a big purpose in it, but apparently out of the box, factory tuned, you could just tie on a lure and start casting away. And one other thing is it starts coming with also the recent new Daiwa grips. It's very different from it's very different. Like I said, I have not really go around buying a lot of new Daiwa reels recently because I don't like a lot of them and they don't really suit my kind of fishing recently. So this is my first time feeling this grip. It's called an eye grip. I think it's called a high eye grip or something. It's very thin. It's very, very thin. It's supposed to be very light. It's very grippy, I feel. Different from the usual Daiwa cork knobs. But it's still quite comfortable. It is comfortable. I feel it's comfortable. It's just very thin. You can feel it's very thin. Now, one of the reasons why is I think by going thinner, these will give you more sensitivity when you are cranking. When you're bringing in your lure, your bait, with the thinner grips, it should increase sensitivity further. So what I'm used to are these. These are the standard cork knobs that a lot of us Daiwa reel users have been using for a very long time. These are very comfortable, very, very light, very, very comfortable. So I'm very used to this. Then now we have the thin ones. This very, very thin, very rubberized, very grippy kind of grip. So yeah, otherwise the whole thing is in black. Everything seems to work fine. It's not heavy, and this thing is the one that impresses me very, very much. Hear the sound? Do it again. That click. I'm not sure how it sounds on video, but that click is phenomenal. The satisfaction of clicking it back, that sound, wow. It's music to the ears, man. It is, oh, this is awesome. I super like doing this. The click is so tight, you know, it just feels so well meshed together, and it's instantaneous. It's very, very nice. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best clutch I've ever played around with. Even the Kolkata, the Kolkata, it feels very dead. Now that I'm using, so I'm not sure if you hear it. Kolkata still feels very good, very instantaneous, but it's a very different feel altogether. Oh my god, look, hear that sound, that high click sound. Shook. Nice, wonderful. Yeah. Now the other thing is, again, I don't know if there are a lot of these out there now. I heard the stocks are pretty limited. Maybe more will come soon, but if you can't find it in the shops, and you probably want to have a feel of this, and some of us are like, how big is it exactly? So I've been showing you this. This is my Kolkata Conquest 200. Let me see. Yep, so 200. You see that here? So 200. Now, I actually did a comparison visually like that, and the two reels are almost identical in size. And I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, but this is a 100 size reel, and Shimano has done a great job. I think they are quite fantastic in terms of design, where this is a 2014 model, by the way. This is a 200 size reel in a 100 size body. So a 200 size reel in a 100 size body. And what does that mean? Now, if you look at the height of the spool, not sure if you can see, it's a bit difficult for me to get. Okay, I mean, not sure you can see the differences. You see the difference in the height of the Kolkata Conquest, the spool, against the Ryogas spool. Conquest is much wider or taller, if you want to call that. So the spool of this Kolkata Conquest is much bigger, holds a lot more line, I'm definite, as compared to the Ryoga, smaller line capacity. Yeah, but otherwise the size of the Ryoga, this reel, is about the size of the Conquest 200. And again, credit really to Shimano for being able to come out with a reel that is beautiful. I still like the Go, and in such a compact size for a 200 size reel. So this is something that I think Shimano really excelled in when they came out with the Conquest, and it's still a very relevant reel today. I love it, the design and stuff. And well, they are both, each manufacturer's top of the line flagship round reel. It's just that the design direction, I feel, is a little bit different. This is, I feel, the Shimano is very classy, very elegant, especially with the Go. The Ryoga, very industrial looking, no nonsense. Yeah, and well, I like both. Just Go versus black. You know, chic versus industrial. Well, if I could call it that. So yeah, so this is the 2018 Ryoga. I think you can find a lot of information now online, and there's a lot of reading material that has been released, but everyone's talking about more or less about the same thing, the same highlights, what the reel has, what is new. But this is my first Ryoga, like I mentioned. I haven't tried it. I think that as of now, just having played with it, turn it around, you know, oh, this is this is really, really nice. Let me do that again. Sorry, I just gotta keep doing it. Yeah, and I don't know. So I think it's a very good reel right now. In the hand, it feels awesome. It is. The size is good. You know. And well, we'll only know the rest when I put it out on the water if I have a chance soon. But otherwise, I think this is something very, very, very awesome. And I have a feeling it will be. Now, the last thing is line. On the official website, it says 100 meters of, let me see, hang on, 100 meters of 16-pound line at 0.33 millimeters. I did not load it in with mono or fluorocarbon. As you can see, I put in braid line this time, and this is 30-pound Daiwa. So I was told that it should have probably about, at 30 pounds, about 115 to about 120 meters. So that's the amount of line if you're thinking about going for braid line. So this braid line that I have is 30 pounds. Diameter is around, I think, 0.25 mm. And capacity right now, I was told, at about 115 to about 120 meters. Yeah, so hopefully this info will help you as well. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope to share more as we go along, or either that, please stay tuned so that I can share more goodies with you as it comes. Yeah, so soon I will try my new toy. Alright, thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.